When it comes to Black Goku or Goku Black, however you prefer to say it, I feel like there are several characters so far in Dragon Ball Super that are perfectly suited to be the one to end the battle with him. Now, I'm going to talk about a few of them here. So I'm going to immediately start off the video by saying I don't expect any fused characters like Gohan and Trunks, even though it's like something that a lot of fans will want to see. I don't expect that. I don't expect Gohan. I don't expect any other B-listers like Goten and Trunks, anything like that. It's going to be a main character, not a side character. It's going to be a Goku, a Vegeta, a Trunks, because this is his arc, a Beerus, a Whis, a godly character, something like that. So I have three characters here, and they're the obvious three. I'm going to start off with Goku, and then I'm going to move into Vegeta, and lastly, Trunks. Goku, you can make the biggest case for Goku to do it because he is a character that is, he doesn't get a lot of victories, contrary to popular belief. He actually loses a lot, but nonetheless, he is the main character. You can expect him to be on the biggest of stages in this series every single time, and he always has been. Whether it was Beerus, whether it was Frieza, even though they let Vegeta come in both of those fights. Understand what they're doing here. They let Vegeta come in and fight Beerus. They made his fight a little bit more epic in the series. We pulled out the Gallic gun and stuff like that for a second, and then Goku comes in and they're shattering the universe. And then in the Resurrection F arc, Goku's fighting Frieza, just like in the movie. They let Vegeta come in and get his 1-2s in, and Goku gets the kill. And then you let Vegeta in the next arc kick some butt all the way up until he gets the hit. You let Vegeta take out the first 3 or 4 characters, whatever it was, all the way till you get to hit. Then he gets demolished, and Goku comes in, and Goku does the fighting again. So that's just the formula that they have for this show. That's just how it will be. I find it totally unlikely that Vegeta will get the kill, but I'm going to come back to Vegeta here. I think that since they've established that formula and the fact that Goku is the most popular character on this show in general, I mean, this guy is incredibly popular in Japan, where the show is based at. And the fact that he's the main character, I do feel like he is probably, most likely, there's like a 95% chance, right, that he is going to be the one that defeats Black ultimately. Now, moving on to Vegeta. I think that a lot can be said about Vegeta, and simply because the last couple of episodes here have added more weight to his attachment to Black Goku. I don't think that he wants to get the kill over Black Goku because he's a rival. Let me rephrase that. Because he's a character that identifies, that a character that looks similar to Goku, who's always been his rival. They don't really have that same rivalry anymore, at least from Vegeta's perspective, where he's like looking at Goku, hey, I want to kill you, Ever since that Buu arc, where he got appreciation for Goku, and he's like, Kakarot, you're the best. I'm going to stop fighting, even though he's fighting again. Ever since then, he's really had respect for Goku, and they've got this friendship thing going on now. That's what they are now. So I don't think that he really looks at Black Goku as a character that he wants to beat or kill, because he resembles Goku, or that potentially is Goku's body. I don't think there's that same malice towards that character for that reason specifically. However, I do think that could be a driving factor because he would want to beat him. And just like in the filler arc before this, that Potafu or whatever it was, how you had a copy Vegeta, copy Goku, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just doing this, just like nobody notices. Toei thinks it's so hilarious how they do this. You had Goku fighting the copy Vegeta. I feel like at some point we will see Vegeta fight the copy Goku, aka Black Goku. That's not really a full-on copy, but you know what I'm saying. And I think the main reason as to why he would want to fight Black, and why the Toei may be inclined to give him the victory over Black, at least at some point. What I totally expect to happen, by the way, is that he'll fight him, he'll kick his butt, Black will escape or something, and then Goku will come back and get the kill, just like in Resurrection F arc. But the reason I expect for Vegeta to come in and want to be the one to kill him is because of the emotional attachment that he has to him now, due to the fact that he killed his future iteration of Bulma wife, his future wife, basically. I totally said that wrong. And the way that he's terrorized his son and that future his son is from. If you look at Vegeta's character in Dragon Ball Super, he's had so much development, man. I love it so much. I don't care about badass Vegeta. I don't care about any of that. I like this softer, lighter version of Vegeta. He really has accepted that this is who he is, and it kind of ties in really well to the whole point of Majin Vegeta and why he did all of that. The way Dragon Ball Super treats him now really ties into how he was back in the Buu arc. I really love it. I do. So that being said, he's so much more of a family man. back in Dragon Ball Z, he didn't even want to acknowledge Trunks at all. The only point that he really acknowledges Trunks, he says he's my son every now and then, but the only point he really acknowledges Trunks is when he sees him die. To be honest, he didn't care about him. In Dragon Ball Super, you see him walk up to Trunks and say, hey, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. When Trunks is just breaking down because the time machine was destroyed. That is incredible development. And he had a drop line in there. He was like, let me make sure to take care of a certain task. And then he goes inside of the gravity room and he's like, yo, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill that guy because he killed my wife. He's envisioning Bulma dying. And he never had any attachment to that version of Bulma. He never even met that iteration of Bulma. That's an entirely different one, but nonetheless, that's still his wife. You know what I'm saying? So he still feels strongly about that. And I imagine that in his head, he's thinking, man, if this guy came here and killed my little Trunks and my younger Bulma, I would try to kill that character. So he's got that same emotional attachment. And I think that will be really, really good for his character, okay? If you let him do the victory over him. Now, moving on to Trunks, okay? Same thing could be said, man. He killed Bulma. That's his mother, okay? And that was the only person he really had left, other than Mai, who was supposed to be dead, but's not dead, but nobody really expected her to be dead anyway. It was a total, like, just why are you trying to kill her? She was on all the promotional material. He killed his mother, and Trunks really had nobody else left besides her. Trunks has a lot of investment in this series. This is his arc, basically. This is his story. Again, he's back in the series again. That's really what it comes down to be honest. There's not a whole lot I can truly add to that, at least off the top of my head right now. It's the fact that Trunks has been terrorized by this, and then in the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super, which is 52 at this point, I believe, he sees Gohan. He envisions how things could have been for him had he not run into Black, or had Black not showed up in that time period. He envisions how he could have been peaceful and happy and stuff like that. And then Gohan being happy basically serves as a confirmation for Trunks as to what he is fighting for. And he's flying back to Capsule Corp or whatever, and he's saying, yeah, I'm going to be the one to beat Black. Because he's like, he recognizes why he wants to fight now, what he has to fight for. He wants to fight for a better future, a more peaceful future. That's the same scenario that he used. It's basically a recycled scenario back to the Android arc, but it has a lot more weight to it now. The saying is how he's already saved that future a couple of times. He's back again like, man, I need to stop this guy. I need to, because there's humanity's basically gone again. It's a lot worse than it was with the androids. Now, I honestly, if you couldn't tell, I saved him for last. My choice is Trunks, even though I don't have a whole lot to say about him because a lot of it's kind of self-explanatory. I would love for Trunks to be the one to do it. Now, my problem is, honestly, I've said this before in my review, I just don't think that Toei or Toriyama, whoever it is bold enough to let another character get the main victory again in this series. You did it with Gohan, okay? You did it with Gohan, but not without the help of Goku, because Goku was there pep talking him, okay? I just don't think they're bold enough to do it again. That's just my thing. I don't know if they can say, here, Vegeta, get this victory. Goku, you're going to be incapacitated or whatever the case is, and this will not be your ultimate battle. You will lose your ultimate battle, and whoever else is going to come in and get this victory. The only person I can see them doing that with is a character on a godly level, like Beerus or even Zeno, because he's supposed to be involved in this arc. And when it comes to the next arc, which should be the Universal Tournament, if they're still going to do that, or the Omniversal Tournament, obviously you're going to see Goku on the biggest of stages, because that's just what they do with this character. You've got to promote him. As far as Trunks, it would have a lot of emotional weight if he did it. But once again, I just don't know if Toei is, or Toriyama, whoever is the story writer here, I don't know if they're bold enough to do it. I don't know if they can truly legitimately say, here, go get this victory again, even though they already did that once in the series. I'm not going to, say that's not something they've already done before, because obviously it is. I just don't know if they can do it again. So I want to know your thoughts. It's a bit of an open-ended question here. Do you think Toei or Toriyama, whoever's writing this story here, obviously it's Toriyama, but they interpret it differently between Toyotaro and Toei. Who do you think, or excuse me, do you think they are bold enough or willing to give the kill to somebody else legitimately? Don't just say, oh yeah, they are because I want so and so to win. I want to know, seriously, thinking about it, subjectively, do you think they are bold enough to do that with all the different things in mind. Rating, sales, revenue, all these different things. If you can, think about it that way, do you think this is something they can legitimately do? And if they can, if you come to the conclusion, yes, they can, perfect. Who do you think will be the one to do it out of these characters or somebody else I haven't listed? Who do you think will be the one to do it and why? That's what I want to know for today's video, but I hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. Once again, this has been D Free, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.